Assalamualaikum to Dr. Aida and Encik Ahmad Shah. We would like to present our research on the title of a study on the factor that influence the student intention to purchase green product. My name is eizwahaiza Rezza binti Muhammad Rizal and my friend's name is Asma Amirah binti Daud. Research background. Green marketing refers to selling products or services by highlighting their environmental benefit. This research is focusing on the student intention to purchase green product. The main objective of this study is to examine the factor that influence the student intention to buy green product. There are 4 factors that influence the student intention to purchase green product, which are price, knowledge, eco-label, and peer pressure. Research background. Green marketing refers to selling products or services by highlighting their environmental benefit. This research is focusing on the student intention to purchase green product. The main objective of this study is to examine the factor that influence the student intention to buy green product. There are 4 factors that influence the student intention to purchase green product, which are price, knowledge, eco-label, and peer pressure. Problem statement. The intention of this study is to set up the reasons for recognize the purchase intention of young customer toward green product. According to the Nelson Global Online Environmental and Sustainability Survey, the majority of Malaysians has knew about the effect on the environmental issues. Despite that, Malaysians has shown incredible worry for the environmental effect. Just 20% of customers were eager to pay more for environmental product. This shows that Malaysians has expressed as high concern over environmental issue. They are not ready yet to change their purchasing behavior toward the environmental product. In Malaysia, the green product is still in its early stages. Little information about the pattern of buyers' green consumption in Malaysia, but individuals in the Western nations see that green product as a product that cause less damage to the environmental and produce less contaminations, while Malaysians see that green product as a high price product. According to Charlie and Ngang Yun, they stated that the local marketers are facing difficulty in growing sufficient marketing strategy caused by lacking of knowledge related to the green purchase intention of the customer. Due to the lack of the understanding, the green marketing technique of Malaysian was embraced from the Western country.
Research objective. We have 4 research objectives, which is the first one, to examine the relationship between price and student intention to purchase green product. The second one was to examine the relationship between knowledge and student intention to purchase green product. The third one was to examine the relationship between eco-label and student intention to purchase green product. And the last objective was to examine the relationship between peer pressure and student intention to purchase green product. As the panel, from what we can see at the side of the objective, we have research question, where the research question was the reflection of the research objective. research objective, we have four research objectives, which is the first one to examine the relationship between price and student intention to purchase green product. The second one was to examine the relationship between knowledge and student intention to purchase green product. The third one was to examine the relationship between eco-label and student intention to purchase green product. And the last objective was to examine the relationship between peer pressure and student intention to purchase green product. As the panel, from what we can see at the side of the objective, we have research question, where the research question was the reflection of the research objective. The next slide was conceptual framework. We have four IVs and one DV. The first IV was price. As Gleam et al. 2013 said that attention to that green items, price and added costs related to their uses also influence the purchase decision. Second IVs was eco-label. According to Kong 2014, a considerable amount of literature has been published on the relationship between eco-label and green purchase. The previous research finding indicate that the energy labels positively influence the consumer buying decision. For example, washing machine. Interestingly, the willingness to pay for the cost exceeded the cost saving that can be expected over the lifetime of the product. The third IV was knowledge. May 2012 said that knowledge was seen as altogether identified with how customers assemble, sort out, and assess items. Ecological knowledge is characterized as the condition of a person information about an issue impact altogether with their basic leadership process. For the last IV was peer pressure. According to the Harahap, Zuria and Rahma 2018, social effect the level of impact of families and family relative. For example, parent and close friend that can change the behavior and choices of everybody. So, if you can turn this influence into strength, the behavior of people or group can be changed. The DV was intention. Kong's 2014 said the blend of attitude toward conduct, perceived behavior, and emotional standard control and manage the development of an intention. And in this manner, intention is thought to be a predecessor of the real behavior. Intention are accepted to control the inspirational component that impact conduct. For the research method, the first one was a research design, which is we use the quantitative method, and then the cross-sectional, which is because of the data gathered at once, and the time consuming was not too long. The second method was sample size. The proposed sample size was 350 students, which is involving the student from the Faculty of SSPPP, FXR, and FSKM. The sampling For the sampling technique, we use convenience sampling, which is the most cost-effective and time-effective, so we are easy to approach the respondent. For the unit of analysis, it involves individuals, which is student from UiTM Seremban 3. The next one was data collection, where we use online survey method, which we spread the questionnaire through the WhatsApp group and online platform. For the last one, the data analysis, demographic profile have been measured using frequency and percentage, while the hypothesis was being measured using Pearson correlation. The next slide was mean finding. The demographic profile for the first one was gender. The majority was female with the 66.1%, and faculty with the majority was from FSPPP with 68.4%, and then the last one was current academic undertaken was from the degree student with 81.1%. The next slide was hypothesis testing. The first one was to examine the relationship between price and student intention to purchase green product. The method we used was Pearson correlation, where the p-value was 0.391, where we found out that the hypothesis for this one was HA1 are rejected and accept HO1, where there is no relationship between price and student intention to purchase green product. The second one was to examine the relationship between knowledge and student intention to purchase green product. We used the same method with the first objective, and the p-value was 0.419, where HA2 are rejected and accept HO2. This is also there is no relationship between knowledge and student intention to purchase a green product. The third one, to examine the relationship between eco-label and student intention to purchase green product. The method we used was Pearson correlation, where the p-value was more than 0.792. And then the hypothesis was HA3 are rejected and accept HO3, where there is no relationship between eco-label and student intention to purchase green product. And one, to examine the relationship between peer pressure and student intention to purchase green product. The method we will use was Pearson correlation. The p-value was less than 0.5, and we found out that the hypothesis for this one was HA4 accepted and rejected HO4, where there is a relationship between peer pressure and student intention.
As the conclusion, this study was investigate the factor that influence the students' intention to purchase green product. The respondents were high knowledge on the peer pressure factor. It was found that there is significant relationship between the peer pressure and the student intentions to purchase green product. In this study, we are using online survey which is Google form. We contribute the survey to the UiTM Seremban 3 student. Other than that, there are 4 objectives in this study regarding the relationship of student intention to purchase green product. The research objective and research question have been successfully accomplished and answered. Study were highlighting the factor that influence students' intentions to purchase green product and provided the further recommendation to avoid the problem occur. That's all from us. Thank you. Research recommendation. In this study, there are 3 research recommendations. The first one is awareness campaign about the green product. Malaysia as a farming nation is venturing into the method of becoming environmental friendly. Government and non-government organization (NGO) has been approached to lead environmental safety and educate the public populations toward their green behavior. For example, energy saving campaign was held. This campaign is for turning off light for 1 hour to decrease ecological effect. It is also known as Earth Hour. The second recommendation is environmental issues should be included in the education program. Environmental education program is important. It is about the science itself and about the utilization of the logical strategy. The university need to include the environmental program in their syllabus. This is important because of the student will know better about the environmental issues, so that they can apply that in their daily life. For example, like UiTM already have this environmental program. It is known as environmental administration. The last recommendation is supermarket should enhance the variety of green product. In Malaysia, there are several supermarkets that apply green product. So they need to add more green product in their supermarket. This is because this can attract the people to buy the green product, and the people will aware about the green product. The first limitation is quantitative study. This study was used quantitative method. According to the University of Copenhagen, quantitative approach can be count, and the survey can be collected from the huge amount of respondents that randomly chosen. This method could be used to answer the question of what, who, and when. It is not suitable for answer the question of how and why. Therefore, the future researcher can use qualitative method. Qualitative method is a statistical surveying method that concentrates on the getting data through the open-ended and conventional communication. The researcher can use one-to-one interview to the respondent. From this, the researcher can get largest amount data when they using the qualitative method, and it will easily them to do their research. The second limitation is sample size. The sample area of this study is from the student in UiTM Seremban 3 only. The sample size is too small, and it is hard to track down their data. Therefore, the recommendation is the researcher should enlarge the sample area of the study. For example, like they can contribute the survey to the all university student in Malaysia, so that they can get the enough data to be researched. Next limitation is cross-sectional. Cross-sectional study including looking at data from a population at one time. The respondents from this study are chosen based on the particular variable of their interest. This cross-sectional also prone to certain bias. For example, like some respondent does not know the knowledge about the green product, so they just randomly answer the survey question without knowing the knowledge about the green product. Therefore, the future researcher should use longitudinal study. Longitudinal study give extraordinary knowledge that probably not be possible some other ways. This technique permit researcher to take a look at changes after some time. Last limitation is limited model. The model structure is proficient to help a hypothesis of a research study. It is presenting and clarify the why the research problem under study exists. In this study, there are only 4 independent and 1 dependent variable. The 4 independent is price, knowledge, eco-label, and peer pressure, and one dependent is intentions. As the conclusion, this study was investigate the factor that influence the students' intention to purchase cream product. The respondents were high knowledge on the peer pressure factor. It was found that there is significant relationship between the peer pressure and the student intentions to purchase cream product. In this study, we are using online survey which is Google form. We contribute the survey to the UiTM Seremban 3 student. Other than that, there are 4 objectives in this study regarding the relationship of student intention to purchase cream product. The research objective and research question have been successfully accomplished and answered. Study were highlighting the factor that influence students' intentions to purchase cream product and provided the further recommendation to avoid the problem occur. That's all from us. Thank you.